Chase Saldate here, two-time California State finalist, California State champ, Fargo All-American, national champ, and currently #1 kid in the country. Being coached by DC is really fun and great in a lot of different ways. There's a lot of confidence that comes with DC that I think trickles down to the high school guys like myself coming into these tournaments, along with just a whole different atmosphere of high-level wrestling for definitely a high school coach. One of my favorite stories with DC was one time when we were doing a lot of sprints, a very hard cardio workout on the track, and one of the kids happened to be like, to tell DC that he doesn't know what it's like to do that workout. And the funny thing was, is DC actually, his answer was that that was the same workout he does for fights, and everybody was kind of just like, kind of shocked out of way, because you're not really used to having your coach do the same workouts as you. So that was kind of the funniest thing, just knowing that as hard as it is for us, DC knows exactly how it feels. Wrestling Khabib is great, and it's kind of odd in a way because he does more of sambo than wrestling. And here in the United States, our wrestling is folk style, and the wrestling they do everywhere else is freestyle. So Khabib kind of tries to translate sambo into freestyle wrestling. And for my sake, I kind of go more freestyle too. That way it's just easier. I mean, teaching somebody like that folk style roles is just really hard and unnecessary to do. So wrestling with him in that way, it's kind of like wrestling freestyle, and it's a very difficult thing to do, but I definitely think it's great to get me used to like more of like the grown man strength that I'm gonna be having here in college in the next couple months. Besides that, I mean, I love it. He's a very positive guy. He's super funny. He works really hard, and he's gonna go hard on you, but at the end of the day, he's really there to help you out. I think one thing that makes Khabib really special is the fact that he's willing to let high school kids come out and work out with him, which is definitely something not a lot of fighters are willing to do, especially a top fighter like himself. My favorite Khabib story is actually when he was supposed to fight Tony Ferguson the last fight, and on an interview, he actually brought me up, and he calls me Chasey. That's kind of what they all call me. And he was just saying how he believes that I could take down Tony Ferguson. And I just thought it was really cool in general that he even like kind of brought me up and was kind of defending me in a way, saying that he believes that I'm a really good wrestler. And I just thought that was cool. And I would definitely like to wrestle Dillon Danis. He came out on Twitter and said that no wrestler was able to beat him, which I thought was a very crazy statement to say in general. I mean, I definitely don't think his wrestling's even on par with high school kids, top high school kids in the country, such as Keegan O'Toole, who Ben Askren said, and me, myself, who, like I said, is just high school kids going into college. Now, if we're talking college level, then he's nowhere near that. So I thought that was a very, very weird statement for him to say. And I would definitely like to do that. I mean, of course, MMA fighters, like such as himself, know how to wrestle some sort, but I definitely don't see him being a top level wrestler. MMA is something that I've definitely been thinking about for a lot of time now. At the moment though, I'm currently just focused on college wrestling, getting through college, and just focused on winning an NCAA title and getting my degree. After that time, I definitely will be considering fighting, especially with the background of growing up with DC and a lot of these fighters in my backyard. So it's definitely an option for me, and it's definitely something I think about. So I'll be currently attending Michigan State University this fall and wrestling up there. Plan on redshirting this year, and then the next 4 years, you guys can definitely see me in the NCAA trying to compete for a national title, and that's the plan. Last thing I want to say is you guys should definitely be looking out for college wrestling the next couple years, not just because me, but just because in general, college wrestling is very fun to watch, especially if you don't really know much about wrestling. It's definitely a good time to go ahead, check it out, and you may see, who knows, future MMA fighters in the future. You could be watching this college kid who's only a sophomore, and 5-6 years from now, he can be in the UFC, and it's just definitely great, and I think a lot of you guys should start watching it.